Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're a newcomer, all the more welcome. If you've been following me for a while, then thank you for returning. Of course, now you see things are set up very differently. First, I want to let you know, my camera does not go up any higher, so I couldn't quite get everything in the picture that I wanted to. I'll work on that. What's going on here, as you can see, if you've been following me, this is a whole new setup. I had a beautiful wheel that I was going to put here. Yes, it's still metal, but it was going to allow me to go back to the original configuration that started my original YouTube channel. My original YouTube channel was called Free Magnetic Energy. I put up a video that shocked a lot of people, and YouTube took it down about my wheel turning. It was turning, but I don't know how long it would have turned. I just don't know. So, because I never tested that. So, because also the cats would play with it too. So when I would walk away and come back and find the cats laying next to it, and one particular time I put up a video showing you that the cats play with the damn thing. But in that video, you can tell even though Sky was playing and putting his paw on it, it wasn't exactly slowing down very easily. It kept wanting to go. So he had to keep really pawing at the wheel before it finally stopped. So all that stuff is from way long ago. So I'm going to go back and visit the original roots which started all of this. So I have the perfect wheel that allows me to change the configuration back to the original and reincorporate my James Roney Stators. And let's see where all this goes now, because I've learned so much since then. Now, what you need to know here, so we have 12 noon here, 9 o'clock over here, 3 o'clock here with a special symbol, which you'll all learn more about that later. And off camera, I don't believe this is on camera, is the number 6 down here. So we have noon, 3, 6, and 9 o'clock with positions in between respectively. All right, this way we can map all of this out perfectly. Okay, now let me show you this wheel is balanced. And warning, this wheel turns so freely, it's almost like it's on magnetic bearings, but it's not. These are just good old-fashioned bearings. Watch this. Now, if it's not level, we'll be able to tell it, because there's only one magnet on the wheel. So let's see if this finds a sweet spot and goes back and forth, which would mean it's not level. Now, I believe this wheel is just a tiny, tiny little bit off, but it's so insignificant, it doesn't matter, because we're dealing with a lot of torque here. And so what little bit this might be off, it's not going to matter. Now, will it change directions? Looks like it's just going to stop. It's still creeping along. Uh-oh. Okay. Apparently, it looks like there's a little downhill here, but also you have to remember there's some metal underneath this table. I can't be helped. Let me try it one more time. Maybe you move that a little bit more. A little bit more. There you go. Oh, it just saw the screw in the table right there. I just saw the wheel just suddenly make a slow stop. But anyway, as you can tell, this is moving beautifully. It is just free flowing. As you can see, it turns so nicely. Okay, so this configuration is not correct. These magnets should be on the side of the wheel facing the James Roney Stator. The point of what I want to show you here, even though this is not right, this is actually working. And I want to show you and prove to you what this does what I claim that it does. Here's why. One side of this is stronger, the other side of this is weaker. Usually when you have a magnet, both sides are the same strength. Okay? Doesn't make any difference which size, which shape the magnet is. Both sides are the same strength. But what if you manage to figure out a way to make, so there's a magnet in here, a 1 inch wide by 2 inches long by 1/4 inch thick neodymium magnet just underneath the face of this, and it's a neodymium N42. Okay, so what I've done here is that there's no magnetism back here. So when it goes past, when the magnets go past here, there's not as strong as a counterpull as there is a pull. So what do we have? We have an imbalanced or unbalanced system. Okay, think in terms like a seesaw. There's more weight on one side of the seesaw, then the seesaw is not going to come back. Okay? So watch this. Okay, we're going to do this with no magnet. I'm going to give this just a teensy weensy, just a little bit of a push. Not much, just enough. Do you really think that's going to go anywhere? It'll drift a little bit because it's well oiled. Beautiful bearings. The ball bearings on this are amazing. Okay, but you can see it's going to stop. Okay, so let me make sure this is still loose. Let me do it one more time since I adjusted that. Out of fairness to you, to the viewer, just a little tiny push. Watch this. Just a little tiny push. I can see it's still interacting with this, but not enough. Obviously, it's not going to go anywhere, and it's definitely not going to pick up any speed. Okay? Now, there you go. It's coming to a stop. Now, watch this. Here's the stator that I was telling you about. We'll put this on here. That's the right position. I want to go back to the same spot. This time, I'm going to give it almost no push at all. Okay? Watch this. It's locked in at a consistent speed. Now, it's going to stop here because the magnet's in there. Okay? But I'm going to show you this one more time here. And this time, I'll give it just a little bit of a nudge out of fairness, like I did with the test without the stator. I'll give it just a little bit of speed, just a tiny bit. And you see it's got way more speed now and consistently staying at this speed than more than what I gave it, that little tiny nudge. Of course, it's going to stop here. Okay? So do this again without this magnet, without the stator. Watch what happens. Just a teeny wee little nudge. And it's not going to go anywhere. It'll drift, but it's not getting faster. You can definitely tell this is not under any kind of power. Yet when I put this back in here into the system, suddenly it'll be powered. Okay, now watch. Just a little tiny nudge, just a little speed. Look at that, it actually picked up speed. And it's going to maintain that speed until it runs out of magnets. Okay, that proves what's going on here is that this side is stronger, this side is weaker. And because one side's stronger, one side's weaker, there's not an equal counter reaction. Because there's a saying that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. If that was true, and this was equal on both sides, the wheel wouldn't power up and start to actually run. Because the wheel, until it ran out of magnets, the wheel was actually running. Okay? If I had well, I'm not going to get into that, but so this proves the point of what's going on here. Wow, look at that. That's how strong this is. See? This is strong. Oh, watch this. Remember I told you it's stronger here on the front than it is the back? The screw won't even stand up. I can't even get it to stand up. It wants to fall into my hand. See? I can't get the screw to stand up. This wants to fall over. Now I went to the back side. Here I can get it to stand up. I get it to stand up there. I get it to stand up there. You know, but I can't get it to stand up here, which is the back side. See, it won't stay there. See? It wants to be pulled around to the side. See? So, there's virtually no magnetism at all on this backside. Zero. However, the magnets are attracted to what? Metal. So, it's naturally going to still be attracted to this metal. But the attraction on the front is stronger. So, the whole premise behind the design, what sparked my imagination is that magnet to magnet attraction is far stronger than magnet to metal. So on the front of this, we have magnet to magnet attraction. And on the back side of this, we only have magnet to metal attraction. So even up here, in fact, there's still no attraction here. It doesn't start until we get, I'm sorry, I was off camera. There's no traction here, okay? There's no attraction here either. But right about here, somewhere right about there, the attraction starts because the flux is looping around like that, okay? So we have the equivalency of a monomagnet. One side's weaker, one side's stronger. But I think a monomagnet wouldn't be one side weaker, one side stronger, because there wouldn't be two sides if it was mono. It would just be a one-pole magnet. So I guess that's a very poor analogy. Anyway, this does exactly what I say it does. I will make a special video on this, and we'll go from there. And then we'll put them all the way around the wheel. I'll get the correct wheel, and I'll put these magnets where they need to be. Okay? So one last time, and I really have got to go off the bed. All right? So again, little nudge. Get this magnet away from it. And as you can see, is that going to keep going? Of course not. It's not going to go. You can tell that it's not under power. It's not being powered. The wheel's not being, there's nothing making the wheel go. I'll put this back here. I'll swing this bad boy around. Put this back here like this. And I'll give it the same tiny little teensy weensy little nudge, just almost nothing. Watch it pick up speed. It may not be fast. That's not the point. The point is, this wheel's going around. It's under power. And that's all that matters. So when I have multiple stators here and here and get these all lined up with all this, the markings on the table, and make some more of these, we're going to have a lot of progress here. And these magnets will be turned on their side like they're supposed to be. And then this magnet will come down in height. But right now, the sweet spot of this is up here. So I have this up here. Watch this. In fact, yeah, okay, watch this. When it's come through with here, watch this. I'll put this up here. See, if we have a stronger magnetic field, it picks up even faster. You can tell the magnets are actually powering the wheel. It's not in doubt here. Anybody says they're in doubt here, you're naive, you're ignorant because you don't know better. Ignorant doesn't mean you're stupid. Ignorant means you just haven't educated yourself enough to really understand or grasp what's going on here. See, it's continuing to go. And the only reason it's continuing to go is because it's managed to jump the gap so far. If I had multiple stators, then each stator would give more power to it and it would easily jump the gap. Because when I do this by hand, just push it, it's a feather touch. I just barely touch this and it wants to go. Just barely touch it. I don't have to hardly push it. So we put another stator over here somewhere, it's going to take off. Let me do this on this side and watch what happens. I screwed it up. Do I have it? Yeah, okay. Let me let it go again. See how this assists it really sweetly? Now this will not keep going. I don't think. It's trying to keep going, isn't it? No, I can see it slowing down now. But anyway, we're doing everything from just one side of the wheel. Wait until I put them all the way around. Then we're going to have, like, a piston and an engine. One piston can't do the whole job for an 8-cylinder. We need 6 or 8 of these all the way around. Just like a car has 8 cylinders or 6 cylinders. Anyway, you hear my voice. I'm really tired, but I couldn't help myself, and I wanted to share this with you. I'm getting kind of excited now because we're starting to get somewhere. Alrighty, with that said, let me let you go. Again, as always, thank you so kindly for your support, for those of you who are. And for the rest of you, just watch and see what happens. I have a good feeling about this. We'll see what happens. Take care.